Good afternoon. I'm forewarned meteorologist Kim Adams. Well, it has been a struggle today with our temperatures in parts of Metro Detroit. The only place right now making it to the 70s is in Adrian. I'll tell you if we are going to get in on the warm weather coming up.
All right, Kim, reducing violent crime in downtown Detroit. The police chief talks about who's being targeted, and community activists speak out about what kind of city they want to live in. We also have breaking news on the criminal charges against Alec Baldwin, what his attorneys are saying now. Plus, here's Paula.
A brutal attack with a car as the weapon, but instead of wallowing in anger and disappointment, this young man rebuilds his life with gratefulness.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, and thanks so much for joining me. I'm Christy McDonald. Karen Drew is on assignment. First at 4, Detroit's police chief is outlining new plans to keep downtown Detroit safer and boosting enforcement in hotspots like Greektown and the Riverwalk. Chief James White just revealed a 12-point plan a short time ago. Highlights include stepping up police presence and putting the department on a midsummer deployment, even though it's still only spring. There will be road closures, business inspections, curfew enforcement, and a crackdown on public alcohol consumption. Community leaders are involved in trying to persuade people to change their behavior, and crowd management will push people toward metal detectors that will be used to screen crowds for weapons. The chief explained who is being targeted within the downtown footprint.
If you are legally in possession of a CPL and you show that CPL, no problem. If you are legally carrying a gun, illegally carrying a gun, you are not welcome. And you need to find other avenues to enjoy yourself, but not in our footprint.
We cannot accept murder in our city. We cannot accept people being robbed and being assaulted. That's not who we are as a city, and it's time for us to unify like we're doing today.
Our Sean Lay was at that news conference. New at 5, he will go into more of the security upgrades, including expanded use of the Eagle Eye hotline. Our coverage continues in just 60 minutes. The man accused of attacking a WWJ news anchor and his family has pleaded no contest to several felonies and now faces life in prison. You may remember that Jim Matthews was attacked with a hammer last September at his home in Chesterfield Township. Police were called after his girlfriend escaped with their young daughter. 10-year-old son was found tied up in a closet. Arthur Williamson pleaded no contest today to first-degree murder and a few other charges. He will be sentenced at the end of May. Breaking news now, Alec Baldwin is no longer facing criminal charges in the Rust shooting case. His attorneys made the announcement within the last 30 minutes, claiming that prosecutors dropped the involuntary manslaughter case against him. Back in 2021, the actor was rehearsing a scene with a pistol when the gun went off, killing 42-year-old Helena Hutchins and wounding director Joel Souza. Baldwin's attorneys went on to say that they are pleased with the decision to dismiss this case, but encourage a full investigation into what happened. All right, the sun's coming out a little bit, so let's jump into the first forecast. Here's meteorologist Kim Adams. I was hoping for a little more warmth today, Kim.
Yes, we all were. And I know yesterday, listen, we thought we would be in the upper 70s today. And let me show you exactly what's going on. The warm front is just struggling to get north. So it is in the 70s right now in Adrian, but only 56 in Monroe, 60 in Mount Clemens, and 64 out at Metro Airport. So I don't know. It's going to be close if we have enough daylight hours for this warm front to get far enough north to bring us into the temperatures even close to where we thought we would be for today. But this happens sometimes, especially this time of year. It is 84 degrees in Columbus. In fact, if you just go down I-75 to Toledo, you'll run into that 70-degree weather. It's just not getting here to Metro Detroit. And it's not going to come back anytime soon. It looks like colder weather and rain are ahead for your Friday and also could affect your weekend plans.
Sounds good. We'll see you in a bit, Kim. SpaceX's Starship spacecraft lifted off today, but it didn't get far.
5, 4, 3.
The most powerful rocket ever built took off for its historic first test flight just after 10 o'clock this morning from the coast of South Texas. But as our Kimberly Gill shows us, things took a disastrous turn just 4 minutes later, Kim.
Chrissy, you're right. Good afternoon to you. This super heavy rocket booster, which houses 33 engines, sent a massive boom across the coastal landscape as it fired to life. The $3 billion spacecraft then soared out over the Gulf of Mexico and exploded in midair. The rocket was unmanned, and while the mission didn't go as planned, at least one space expert says there are positives to be taken from today's test.
We're trying to do something here that has never been done before. 100% reusable spaceship, and far and away the most powerful rocket ship ever built. The whole job of test is to find out what goes wrong, to let things fail. You can pretend as long as you want, but eventually you got to go actually launch this thing, and that's when you're going to really find out what's right and what's wrong.
Now, the spacecraft failed to separate from the rocket booster. Afterwards, SpaceX tweeted, quote, "With a test like this, success comes from what we learn, and today's test will help us improve Starship's reliability as SpaceX seeks to make life multi-planetary." So as of right now, the company is running tests to determine what went wrong, but SpaceX believes Starship could be the rocket that returns astronauts to the moon one day. So that's very exciting.
Which would be amazing. But again, failure is a good thing, sometimes a pricey thing as well when you're going through this.
Right, exactly.
All right, thanks so much.
Yeah, sure thing.
New legislation dealing with transgender rights is making news across the country this afternoon. On Capitol Hill, the Republican-controlled House just passed a bill that would ban transgender women and girls from competing in female school athletics. The bill defines sex as based solely on a person's reproductive biology and genetics at birth. The bill won't go anywhere in the Democrat-controlled Senate, but shows how Republicans are leaning into ongoing culture wars. And meantime, the Republican governor of North Dakota just signed a law that makes it a crime to give gender-affirming care to anyone under the age of 18. All right, now to a story of survival for a young man who was run down during a stop at a gas station. He ended up broken and bruised, but found the strength and courage to fight back. Paula Tutman has the inspiring story of survival of the fittest, but we need to warn you, some of the video you're about to see could be disturbing.
When you watch him work, he is the picture of who many would envy.
Good job.
Ambitious, driven. What gifts he was given, he was using. Embarking on a body modeling career with his good looks, charisma, and dazzling smile. But after a verbal altercation at a Warren gas station last October 28th, Ricky says the belligerent motorist decided to settle the dispute by aiming his car and stepping on the gas.
And I hear the acceleration louder, and that's when I'm like, oh my God, it's over. You know what I mean? I'm dead.
In an instant, Ricky Mon went from this to this to this.
All the memories flashed in front of my head, all the bad memories. Every time I made my mom cry, like I thought I was about to die, and then out of nowhere, it's like I seen this white light and my eyes just opened.
Ricky will tell you he came from a place where things don't go right. Wrong side of the tracks, wrong crowd. A careless mistake actually landed him in prison for 3 years on a reckless driving charge that caused serious injury.
I was like a cub. They put a cub in a lion's den, you know what I'm saying? I was in there with people that are never coming home, murderers, burglars, you know what I'm saying? And honestly, it's just life-changing.
But when he got out, he pulled himself together.
I got my fitness coach certification, nutritionist certification, strength and conditioning coach, and I'm also a personal trainer.
And the next thing he knew, he looked like this. Modeling career all but over, depressed and angry. One day, it hit him. He had to be the change. And so he dug deep and did the work, emotionally, physically, spiritually. He simply made changing his life for the better a commitment instead of a convenience.
You gotta be the change, you gotta be positive. And health is the best wealth. You got to take care of your head. You got to take care of your mind.
It started with how he saw himself. He knows he can get new teeth, but the real change had to come from inside.
Here's the tipping point. I realized I'm alive, and I had to live this up and keep going.
Yes, he was broken and bruised, but his soul is what needed healing most. He changed how he saw himself and the world around him with intentional, deliberate actions. Today, he has opened a gym, BBR, Body by Rick Fitness Lab. He calls it the No Judgment Zone in the fitness lab, and he is his most important guinea pig. Business is booming. He's opening a smoothie cafe next door. He's owning his mistakes, but also owning his successes. He has become his greatest inspiration.
Wow, I went through that. And it's just like, you know, I'm just so grateful for life.
Yeah, and he's living his life in gratefulness. When I was introduced to him, I was so inspired by him, also because it really is proof you never know who you're walking by, what they're going through, or what they can bring to you if you just stop and listen to their story. Christy, do some math. We're talking about something that happened really less than 6 months ago. Today, he was in court. He actually came face to face with a man accused of attacking him with his car. He wasn't rattled. He got it done. He came back here. He did our interview. He kept it moving. Christy?
It's really amazing, Paula. You talk about, he's doing the work and he has to wake up every day and make the choice as to what he wants to do and who he wants to be. It's really inspiring. Thanks for the story. It's wonderful.
Yeah, you bet.